with Bryan Adams and Tina Turner. So it's only love to kick off the show. Oh, what a show. How are you? I hope you're keeping well. I know it's dragging on a bit now, isn't it? This pandemic. And I don't know where you are in the world, but in London, it's fucking miserable. It's like living in a puddle. It's just dreary. It's not even rain. It's just like wet. It's like wet air. I went for a run because I didn't think it was raining, but came back soaked. It's just, that's what I would say. If you get a little bit fed up, it's better to go out and run in the rain than not at all. Even though it's sort of annoying, it's sort of, you beat the system. You come back feeling better. You peel off your clothes and you have a lovely bath. Do people still have baths? Is it just me that has 2 baths a day? Is it? Where are you at Glasgow? Well, maybe the weather's not great there either. New York, probably cold, isn't it? Birmingham, Colchester, a lot of Brits. Brits are beating the Americans. The Americans have got better things to do than watch this shite. Texas, there we go. Fulham. Anyway, welcome. I hope you're feeling good. But if you're not, that's okay too. I hope you feel better. Do something. Go for a run. It makes you feel better. Play a bit of online chess. Be creative. Listen to music. Music. If I'm a bit bored, bang. Play with a cat if you've got a cat. If you haven't got a cat, get a cat. A rescue cat. Thanks to everyone who retweeted my thing about rescue dogs as well. Bit of a crisis again now. Lots of people got dogs, right, in the last lockdown. Then they realised that it wasn't right for them for whatever reason. So a lot of people were selling them on the internet, to try and get a profit because they bought them from, shitty dealers. You don't know what you're getting. They're often ill. Don't buy dogs on the internet. And if you don't want your dog anymore, give it to a rescue home. They look after it. They get all its medical stuff done. And it helps. Otherwise, it's a vicious circle. More people breeding dogs than those aren't wanted. So there's enough dogs out there that are amazing. I tell you, every dog that I meet out there, and I go, oh my God, what a beautiful dog. Everyone goes, it's a rescue. So it's just a myth. They're amazing. Anyway, so are cats, all animals. Right, let's start. Question. Leopold and Loveday, who is your favourite dog film star? Or favourite dog movie? Well, obviously I've got to say my auntie, who plays Brandy in Afterlife. Favourite dog movie? Well, I told you about Old Yeller. I love that. Bolt. I love Bolt. I've watched that movie twice. So yeah, I just love. There's a website. I think it's called something like "Does the Dog Die?" or So you go there. And if you see a program with a dog in it, you can check if the dog dies or not, because it's too traumatic for some people. Titch. Uncle, good afternoon. Is there anything nostalgic from your grandparents that you remember or miss? Mum always wanted this ornament, which was in a granddad's house. But when he died, it was taken in the house clearance. But she found it on eBay in an auction. So got it. I remember I only knew one grandparent, my nan, my mum's mum, and she died when I was 14. But she was always around. And what I do remember one thing. Well, I remember that she used to always get me sweets, which was good. But she bought a cowbell back. She went to Austria, like in the 50s or 60s or something, and there was a cowbell when I was a kid, and I remember it, and I didn't quite know what it was when I was like, it's a cowbell. So what's a cowbell? I'd play with that as a kid. My only friend was a cowbell. So that I'm always reminded. And I had a medal. My granddad had. I never knew him, but he had a medal that was in my dad's drawer. Titch, we've done Titch. Bella, my eyesight's going. That is that. I've put the light down a little bit, so even though I'm a bit fuzzy, it stops my eyes stinging. What the fuck? How is this still going? How is this still going? Why am I still doing this? People seem to like it, and I quite look forward to it. I stress. I go, oh, I've got that. That cat hasn't asked a question yet. Oh, is that? Bella, when one of my cat brothers is sick on the carpet, I help them hide the evidence by eating it because I am a good sister. Bella's a dog. But when I'm sick on the carpet, they don't return the favour. Next time it happens, should I just blame it on the cat? Well, that's a good idea. But I can't be angry at an animal for being sick. I just think it doesn't matter what it's sick. It could be sick on like important work, but I just think, oh, it's sick. I'm instantly worried about the cat or the dog, even if it's fur and stuff it shouldn't have eaten. I don't think they'd be angry at you, but I don't think you have to. I mean, let's be honest. You cover for your cat brothers because you want to eat sick because that's one of your jobs as a dog, isn't it? If we're being honest. Gunnar, my grandpa Hank's birthday is turning 80 today. Can you sing him happy birthday since we can't be with him this year? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Grandpa Hank. Happy birthday to you. Freya, we're getting through these, aren't we? I've got a lot. And if we run out, I'll go and get the cat. Filler, innit? I did that on a show. Just halfway through a show. We've run out of stuff. So I said, I've got a cat. Bring the cat on. Freya, would you ever consider taking part in any TV challenges such as I'm a Celebrity? No. Celebrity Bake Off? Or Send to All? No. No. Well, I probably wouldn't do any of them. Let's be honest. I've got nothing against. I mean, Bake Off might be fun, but why? Why am I? I mean, why am I doing this? It's not because of the quality of the show, is it? That I'm turning it down. I don't know. I'm a celebrity. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Apart from the worry about the animals they kill, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't be. I couldn't be with people I know and like. I wouldn't share a hotel room with a mate. Fuck that. Let alone people I don't know, and then filming it, and then having to eat shit and do. No, it's like I know that's the point. It's a nightmare and see if you can do it, but I don't want to. It's like someone going, do you reckon you could stand being hit with a hammer? I go, well, I probably could stand it, but why? Why would I do it? So people might come and go, can I punch you in the face? Could you get over it if I punch you in the face? Yeah, I could get over it, but don't fucking punch me in the face. So why? I don't know. I don't think there's an amount of money at the moment that could get me on there. And that's not just because I've got enough money. I just listen. If I was really poor and homeless or destitute or owed money, yeah, of course I'd do it. It's not that bad, but I wouldn't do it for fun. Why would I do that for fun? um, but yeah, people say, why don't I do panel shows? I just think, what's the best that can happen? I like watching them, but if I go on a panel show, you're not in charge of the edit. You don't know, it's all contrived. And even if it was great and I had a great time and it was brilliant, right? And people went, oh, that Ricky Gervais is funny. They should think that anyway. I'm selling out arenas. There's nothing. There's nothing to gain for me. uh, Susie, playing it loud again in the hospital urology. I assume she means this show. So apologies for anyone who's in hospital listening to this shite. Question from psychiatrist friend. Yes, one does watch. How would you describe yourself, and how would your friends and family describe you? Is this a test? Well, you hope that you've got enough self-awareness that what you think of yourself is about the same as what certainly your friends and family think of you. And also they sort of guide you more. I mean, you've no idea what strangers think of you, and they all think different things because they don't know you. But I'd have thought my perception of myself is pretty close to my friends and family's perception of me. How would I describe myself? Well, all the good bits. I think I'd like to say. I'm walking on thin ice here. I'd like to say they think I'm really funny and smart and honest. But I know they'd stick annoying in there. But so would I. I know I'm annoying. I think it's part of my charm. So they know what I'm doing. They say playful and cheeky and yeah. I think I'm probably more in your face than I think. Like I bump into someone on the street and I talk and I walk away and I think, fuck my God, that was like an assault on their face. I'm making jokes and talking and saying, and I sometimes think they were taken aback. But it's because I'm excited to see a friend. Like a dog. I love it when a dog's excited to see me. So I hope people know that I'm pleased to see them. Yeah, I hope they sort of think the same. Or they probably don't think much. They probably don't think of me very often. Nancy, who knew what time it was when the first clock was ever made? It's a very good point. That is a very good point, isn't it? Well, they probably decided roughly from the... But no, that's a really good point. That is a really good point. They must have discovered roughly from the sun, noon, and then as it went on, calibrated it and got more and more exact. And it's arbitrary where you start, I guess, isn't it? I mean, noon, doesn't matter whether noon's noon or 1 minute past noon, as long as everything's in alignment. It must have been by consensus, mustn't it, at one point? Because they split it up. What came first? So what came first? So a day is the Earth turning once, isn't it? And then they split that up, and that's arbitrary. A year is the Earth going round the sun. Actually, it's what is it? It's 365 days and 6 hours, isn't it? Because that's what the leap year's for. That's a really good question. I don't know. If we get time, I'll Google it. I know it's a joke as well, but it is a good question. Then everyone had to come on board as well because they had to segment up the time zones. Wow, that's got me that. Mitzi, I like sitting on top of the bookshelf. Oh, okay, so Mitzi's a cat. I like sitting on top of the bookcase so I can look down on my territory and keep intruders away. That's really good, Mitzi. What's your favourite place in your house? Oh, I've got lots of favourite places. You sort of make them your favourite places. For different reasons, really. Well, I like the couch. I'm probably on the couch the most in front of the telly. Not watching telly till sort of 7 o'clock at night. Or the old computer. I like sitting on the floor by the couch. Floor. I like the floor. Floors. I love the gym. I like going up to the gym. That's nice. Particularly in the pandemic. That's the little bonus to have, isn't it? I love sleeping. 9 hours. 9 hours I don't know about. 9 hours a day I don't know about, but I like it because I know it makes me good for the other hours. I do like my drinks cabinet. It's in a little recess, and I've always loved that cabinet. I got it, I don't know, about 15 years ago at an antique store, and I absolutely love it. It's just a beautiful cupboard, and all the I like all the whiskies on it. Oh dear. Dougal, we'll get picking in a minute. Dougal, bonjour, Ricky. To improve your tolerance of others, you discover Jane has booked you on a self-help course, and you will need to spend a month with a noisy eater, B, an ear picker who eats the wax. Who the fuck does that? And a snot-curdling sniffer. Right, that's out. That's out. I can't. It's unforgivable. That. So a noisy eater, yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. If I saw someone pick their head and eat the wax, I think I'd have to leave the situation. I don't know what. But that, you can't even hide from that because it can be behind you. You can't even turn away. I told you, didn't I, about that thing I was in the restaurant in San Francisco. Lovely restaurant, me and Jamie going for a walk. It was Sausalito. And it was this lovely restaurant. It was sort of empty because we went there about 11:30 to have lunch. And we were looking out and there was pelicans and sea lions and everything like that. And the waiter was lovely. And then the busboy kept coming out and sort of standing there and kept going, I was going, fuck me. I just thought I'd go. And Jen going, oh, don't make a fuss. And I was sort of giving him dirty looks, but he didn't know what. And so all I could do to get over it was every time he went, I just went, God, to myself. Just to get me through that meal. So that one's out. Noisy eater, it's got to be noisy eater. I never thought I'd say it, but out of those, I've got to choose the noisy eater. Because I also know they can't help it. I know that. But you can help picking your ear and eating it. And you can help doing that. I mean, I want to tell people. I gave someone a tissue once on a plane. He was going like that. And I went, there you go. And he went, what? I went, you got a cold? Like that. And he went, like that. and he knew, and then it was awkward because I couldn't. And then I was saying to Jane, what if he's a violent criminal and he's waiting to get off. I regret being tough immediately. But it sends you insane for a little while. It's like a phobia. I can't fucking stand it. Anyway, but don't mind it with animals. Don't mind. I absolutely love it. There was a video yesterday of a panda eating a carrot. It's like I loved it. I wanted to hug him. If a human did that, I'd want to punch him in the face. So that's why I was fired from the Samaritans. Kermit, you mentioned that you will shave your head after you finish filming the 3rd season of Afterlife. Well, I didn't mean immediately. I meant if it needs to be done, well, it sort of does. It's thinning and receding, and yeah, it's not doing anything anymore. My hair, it's not adorning my wonderful face. So what I mean is, I'd rather shave it than do a fucking comb over or fucking spray it like John Travolta used to, or wear a fucking toupee, or try. You know what I mean? I can't be bothered. If there was a thing that I could just get and it made your hair grow, I'd do it. But I can't be bothered to do anything. So I'd rather shave it than do anything. That's what I meant. Which is inevitable. I will do it one day. Or just let it grow. Whatever it is with bits missing, just let it grow. Like a lunatic. What was your question? Sorry. Is there any chance you will stream the head shaving so we can all enjoy it with you? That would be amazing. Yeah, I could do, couldn't I? Could do it for charity. Who cares though? I mean, what, people just want to see me bald? But they would, didn't they? If I did it privately, they'd see me bald. I'd have to emerge bald. But yeah, I probably could do it on air. I cut my hair yesterday. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I just do that. I mess it up and then try and I just sort of cut it over 3 days where I keep seeing bits. Fuck it, who cares? Right. One more question, I'll try and get pickle. Joey, if helping others makes you feel good, is there any such thing as a truly selfless act? Is there always a small subconscious element of selfishness behind every act of altruism? Another good question there. Great question. Yeah, I've thought about that a lot, and I've decided it doesn't matter. Because yes, if you do something nice for someone, I mean, altruism is doing something for the benefit of others that doesn't benefit you, or even to the detriment of yourself in a way. If you're giving away money, you've got less money, so you're giving up. But it makes you feel good if you're a nice person, if you have empathy. But I think that's good. I think that's a good system. I think it doesn't matter whether you call that truly altruism because you feel good about yourself. I think that's a good system. Empathy should be rewarded. Kindness should be rewarded, or it would die out. It would die out. And whatever you call it, if you get philosophical about it, that altruism, it's benefited you because you felt better. Well, yeah, but so what? It's so much better. It's so much better to go round being kind to everyone because it makes you feel better than being a twat because it makes you feel better. Because the world, I think what matters is the world better off? Is the world better off by you being, a smug altruist? So if people kept giving away their money and feeling good about themselves, good, fine. It would make the world a better place. And I think it's great that it makes you feel good to be kind if you're a nice person, if you have empathy. I think that's a good evolutionary trait, you know, because it's good for the species. Because when you're in need, someone will make themselves feel good, and you'll benefit. And I never really understood the sort of the like there's some animals that they make the animal that eats them sick, and I just thought, what's the fucking point of that? The toad, right? This toad, right? He gets eaten by something, and that thing goes, oh, it's fucking horrible. But the toad's all mashed up and dead. But of course, that toad has given his life to save all the other toads, because that thing won't eat another toad. So it's sort of like a sacrifice, without the toad knowing it, of course. So that thing goes, fuck me, that was disgusting. I'm never eating one of them again. And the other toads go, oh, thanks, Ronnie. Ronnie died to save us, to save for our sin. Ronnie the toad is like the Jesus of the toad world. Because that badger will never eat another toad. So that's a lovely, lovely story. Oh dear. Shall I see if I can find Pickle to say goodbye? That was a load of bollocks, wasn't it? Pickle. Top quality entertainment. Just people all around the world just looking at a wall. Oh, Pickle. Hello. You're back on Twitter, aren't you? That's such a lovely little thing, aren't you? Should we sit down? You don't like it when we sit down, do you? Is this entertaining? Oh, look at her. Look. Oh, look at her. You see that? Say goodbye, Pickle. Pickalicious F at Pickalicious F, aren't you? She's back. She's back after being in Twitter jail for a crime she didn't commit. Oh, what's that? What? Do I go? Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Right, thanks everyone. Have a nice week. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye everyone. Hold on. Where's the thing gone to close it down? There it is. What a fucking shambles this is. Cheers everyone. Tatty bye.